Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to another Wild Rift video. And in today's video I'm going to be playing Warwick in the jungle. So I wanted to make this video yesterday, but every game of Warwick that I was playing, I kept learning something new and I kept limit testing, and it just didn't stop with this champion. And that's the thing, like I really thought Warwick was going to be a very simple champion, and he's not very complicated, don't get me wrong, but there are like his playstyle is so damn different from any other champion in the game. It's absolutely crazy. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys that playstyle that you need to have and exactly how to execute it. In the beginning part of the video, I'm going to explain to you guys how to build him. Very, very important, by the way. But there's timestamps in the description if you want to skip to the gameplay. So, there's basically two builds. Versus squishies versus tanks. Versus squishies, you go Trinity Force. Versus tanks, instead of the Trinity Force, you go Divine Sunderer. The rest is basically the same. This is the only potential difference. So, do you start with a Blade of the Rune King or do you start with a Trinity Force? It depends. If you're up against a lot of tanks, as I said, you know, Divine Thunder, if you're up against a lot of squishy Trinity Force, you have to decide. Do you want damage or like more tankiness? Or sorry, do you want damage or tankiness and burst damage? Sustain damage or tankiness and burst damage? Now I said it right, finally. Do you want sustain damage? You start a Blade of the Rune King. Do you want burst damage and a bit of tankiness? That's when you go for the Trinity Force. So if you're up against a lot of, you know, a very tanky composition, or if you're up against a lot of champions that do sustain damage, you can choose to go for the Blade of the Rune King to out-sustain them. Warwick can easily out-sustain anyone, especially with the Blade of the Rune King. Do you want to do burst damage and be a bit tankier? That's when you go for the Trinity Force first. Or the Divine Sunderer, right? Or the Divine Sunderer. So these are always going to be your first two items. Now let me tell you something. That's from a meme, if you know which meme it is. You don't need boots. If you want to, and I said it, you don't need boots. You can genuinely go 5 items without boots. If you're snowballing the game, or if you just, if you just don't care about boots, you don't need them. You genuinely don't need them with Warwick. You don't need them because he passively gets so much movement speed already. When you're walking through your jungle, if an enemy champion on the opposite side of the map is at a low amount of HP, you can cruise through your jungle super fast. If you want to get movement speed, you use your second ability and you catch up anyone. You don't need boots, especially because you reach the soft cap with the movement speed. So boots don't provide as much value for Warwick as for any other champion. So you can genuinely go 5 items without boots on Warwick. Really, try it. Like, if you don't believe me, try it. So, do you need magic resist? You go for the Spirit Visage. If the enemy has a lot of anti-heal, you go for the Wit's End instead. Do you need armor? You go for the Death's Dance. Do you need general tankiness? You go for the Steric's Gauge. Another great item is a Guardian Angel. This item is good if you want to be the initiator for your team. Like if your team doesn't have an Alistar or like any sort of initiator, you know, Leona or anything like that, you have to be the initiator. That's when a Guardian Angel is amazing. You go into your ultimate, you use your third ability, first ability, everything, you know, you do everything, then you die because, you know, you're the initiator. Your team does all the damage and the follow-up, and then you're going to be alive again. So if you need to do that, that's when you get the Guardian Angel. You can even get a Guardian Angel as your third item. There's other items like Thorn Mill. If you need anti-heal, get a Bramble Fast. I don't recommend you to go for where is it? Mortal Reminder, because he does single target damage. He doesn't apply mortal wounds on like a lot of enemies. So that's why generally Thorn Mill is actually gonna be better of an item to apply anti-heal than a Mortal Reminder. Let me see. So if you do get boots, Glutinous Griefs are amazing if you need more sustain. Like, oh, he loves these boots. Mercury Sweats are also great. You know, your ultimate makes you unstoppable, sure, but these are still good. Like, these are still good if you get CC'd like crazy. Not necessary, though, because you can use your third ability to tank up. So even if you are CC'd, your third ability is going to make you super tanky and allows you to survive the damage that's coming. Blade is 2 caps against a lot of armor, of course. And for the enchantment, you can either get Stasis Enchant. Again, if you're the initiator, Stasis Enchant is amazing. Stoneplate is just amazing in general. Like, this one is amazing in general. Like, if you don't know what to go for, just go for a Stoneplate enchant. For the runes, you actually go for Lethal Tempo. I thought Kraken Slayer was going to be the rune, but Lethal Tempo is actually much better. It's so easy to stack it up. And you just go for Lethal Tempo, it's better. And here, the second rune, I checked the leaderboards and, like, only 20% of the players go for Brutal. But I'm telling you right here, right now, always go for Brutal. When you play Warwick, always go Brutal. Why? Because of course, he has an insane amount of attack speed when the enemy gets low. So every attack, Brutal applies. But secondly, your ultimate, if you didn't know already, actually applies on-hit effects 3 times. So what does that mean? Brutal. You know, brutal is gonna be 3 times as brutal as a normal brutal. So you don't need a triumph. Please don't go triumph. I see so many Warwick players pick triumph. Don't go triumph. Warwick has so much healing already. It's absolutely crazy. And Warwick is often at a higher amount of HP. You know, he has lifesteal. When he gets under 50% health, he has lifesteal. His first ability heals him. His ultimate heals him. So you don't really need a triumph. Just go for brutal. Third rune, you go for Hunter Titan. And another one that I love is conditioning. It makes you so tanky in the late game. Like if you do need to be the initiator, conditioning. It's gonna make you tankier in the late game. It's gonna make it much easier for you to be the initiator. And here you go for Hunter Genius, just so you can spam your ultimate and use your other abilities more often as well. For your spells, you go for Flash and Smite. So that is it about the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. Alright, on to the gameplay. So as I said, every game of Warwick that I played, I kept, like, I was testing his limits. And you'll probably see me do it this game as well. I kept testing limits and I just didn't find it. I didn't find it because, like, the limits are in the sky? Is that how you say it? Yeah. But let's actually talk about how to play Warwick. Level 1, you start with your first ability. Not with your second ability, first ability. It is just a tad bit faster to start with your first ability to clear out the jungle. So you start with the first ability, you take the red buff, then you move to the raptors or whatever they... I never understand the names of the jungle camps. You take your second ability. And when you take your second ability, every time an enemy gets under 50% health... Darius already died. So like now, look... Gwen is under 50% health. If I had my second ability, I will get the bonus movement speed when I'm walking towards the Gwen. It doesn't matter how far away she is. So now the reason that I'm not getting it is because Gwen actually either went back or she took her heal and is not under 50% health anymore. A thing with Warwick, if an enemy is under 50% health anywhere on the map, you will be able to pinpoint the exact location. Anywhere on the map. Anywhere. Literally anywhere. You will see the red trail, which looks like Akshan's trail, if you guys know what I mean. The red trail, the blood trail. Wait, you'll probably see it to the Gwen. Wait. Yeah, there you go. This trail. The trail. You see that? It goes up. Now you don't see it because Gwen is over 50% health. But if you pay careful attention to it, you'll see a trail. And then when the trail stops, it shows like a big red thing, like a splash. The splash is exactly where the enemy is at. What does this mean? This means, you know exactly where the enemy is at, and this means you can use your ultimate blindly. The enemy will not see it coming. They will not see it coming. I'm gonna try to kill the Gwen. It should be a free kill. I use my soap. If the enemy is not low, you can still get movement speed. I terrified him, but Darius failed his hook. Unbelievable. What was I saying? Yeah. If the enemy is low, you get movement speed. If the enemy is not low, but you still want to gank, you will use your second ability. Use your second ability to get the movement speed and gank. Also, if you're in a 1 versus 1 and you've already caught up with the enemy, still use your second ability. Because it will allow you to get bonus attack speed and do more damage to that enemy regardless. So, actually, I'm not sure if that works. I'm actually not sure if that one works. I mean, obviously it gives you movement speed, but I'm not sure if it actually gives you the passive. I don't remember that well. Because I always use it for ganking. I talked about that other thing, but I've never really used it that way. But yeah, enough. Let's take a look at how I gank this lane. So here, I'm getting the bonus movement speed. I just go. I didn't hit the Samira, unfortunately, but I'm killing Thresh regardless. It's fine. And a quick tip. Don't use your third ability before ulting. Why? Because when you ult, it instantly procs your third ability. It's not like when you use your third ability and ult, that it allows you to be tanky and then fear the enemies after you ult. No, it pretty much instantly procs when you use your ultimate. I don't know why, but like whenever you use your third ability and then instantly ult in, it procs for some reason. So don't use it. Use it after you ult in. Yeah, just a small tip. Here you can see I'm navigating through my jungle. I can even gank the Corki with the movement speed of Gwen. And here I followed the Corki. The way that I did it is I held my first ability. That's another thing, of course. You can hold your first ability, which will allow you to follow the enemy. And here I realized I'm not healing up from hitting Rammus, so he has anti-heal already. 100%. He has a Rambo fast. Because otherwise my first ability would have healed me much more against him. And look at this. I'm taking the jungle. I'm healing up. Like, that's what I said. If you're under 50% health, just farm anything and you'll heal up. Like, your on-hit damage, your basic attacks are going to be healing you up back to 50%. So honestly, whether or not I hit him, it didn't really matter to me. I just wanted to go in. But as you can see, it was really not worth it. It didn't work out for me. I thought that I could just burst down the Corki. And it's also surprisingly hard to hit the ultimate. It's not like super easy to hit. Let's take a look what happens here. I use my third ability to become tanky. And then I go in. Boom, boom, boom. And boom. Now can I kill him as well? First ability. He has anti-heal. He has anti-heal. That's so annoying. He already went for anti-heal, so like I can't fight the Remes. Look, he has a Bramble Fast. I went for a Blade of the Rune King here because I wanted sustain damage. As I said, this game I want sustain damage because they don't have burst damage and I don't really mind being tanky. I just want sustain damage. Like against the Gwen, I want to out-sustain her. Against the Rammus, I want to out-sustain him. Samira out-sustain. Thresh out-sustain. You see what I mean? Like you can look at the enemy composition and decide which item to go for. The sustain, which is Blade of the Rune King, or the burst plus tankiness, which is either a Divine Thunder or a Trinity Force. By the way, guys, make sure you give this video... that's a free kill, by the way. There's no way she can run away. I actually smited the minion, which is hilarious. Yeah, she can't run away, especially with a Borg. Give the video a like, it helps support the channel a lot. And if this video reaches 1,000 likes, I will do absolutely nothing. But I'm just saying it because it helps. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Oh, another thing with Warwick. This is very important. Your mentality with this champion. Keep fighting. Like, Warwick is not designed to run away. Warwick cannot run away. If you run away, you're slow. Warwick is designed to chase and keep fighting. Here I had a choice. And I'm not sure if the choice was correct that I made. I could either gank them, but they would probably run away because they will see me coming, right? They have vision here. Or I could take a free dragon. So I decided that I didn't have to gank them and I just took the dragon. I actually still think that was the right choice. Look here, fight. Just fight. Keep fighting. Don't run away. Because the lower the enemy gets, the faster your attacks are, which means the more damage you do. And if you get under 50% health, every basic attack will heal you. So he's a fighter, he's a brawler, he just wants to keep going. Boom, 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 you know. His ultimate also heals him like crazy. So that's the mindset you need to have when you play Warwick. And in this game I went for boots. But why did I go for boots though? Like I actually should have skipped them. I would like my conclusion is you don't need boots. I remember why I went boots actually, because I was testing out. I was like, no one showed me this on Warwick, but I tested it out myself. I was like, wait a minute, you know, I'm getting so much movement speed already. Do I really need boots? And then I realized, you know, I'm doing fine without boots. But then after I tried a few more games with boots, just to make sure, because I was like, is this really true? And the answer is yes, you genuinely don't need boots. Like when you're playing Warwick, I am saying it here, you don't need boots. Save the 1,000 gold and buy your items faster. Like I would have already had a Trinity Force in this game right now. I'm using my second ability to get the movement speed, but she's just a tad bit too fast. I still use this thing on her. Darius failed his ultimate earlier. That's why he wasn't able to kill her. He didn't have his ultimate anymore. This Darius was horrible, by the way. Like, he was horrible. I don't even know what he's doing in this rank, to be honest. Alright, so movement speed towards Corki is that I can just ult her. Boom, 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 boom. First ability and chase. She can't run away. I can chase. Chase, chase, chase. Actually, I am not quite fast enough. I guess she can run away because she's under her turrets. But you can see you get a lot of movement speed. And whether or not you have boots doesn't change this. Like, it only does a very minor change. So again, I'm repeating, you don't need boots on Warwick. If you're a good player, if you're already a good player and have good map awareness, you don't need boots. If you're a beginner, go for boots. Don't listen to what I said. But boots are a waste of gold on Warwick. Yeah, absolute waste of gold. 1,000 gold could have gone into another item. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take the... Oh, also, if the enemy jungler or anyone is not close to your jungle, you can actually smite down the jungle from the beginning, so you can take it a bit faster. Because when the jungle is under 50% health, of course, you get the attack speed. So if there's no one close to your jungle, you can just smite it from full health and just quickly take it. It'll be much faster. Let's take a look. I can choose to push mid lane here, but they're all here. Yeah, I'm not gonna go in here. It's not a good idea. Also, the faster you are, the longer the range of your ultimate, of course, if you guys didn't know that already. I did make a full Warwick guide too. If you want to watch it, just look up HellsDevil Warwick guide. That's a beautiful ultimate. So after the ult, I used my third ability. You see that? Keep fighting. But after my ultimate, I used my third ability to be tanky and allowed me to survive. And then I feared all of them away. And then I kept fighting and nearly won the fight against the Gwen, who fully ulted me and did everything. Darius somehow got a triple kill while he completely messed up every single ability. I still have no idea how he got a triple kill that fight. He literally messed up everything. Oh, that's good, I guess. But there you can see it. You can play Warwick as an engager, or you can play him as an assassinator. Like, if one of your teammates goes in, you can assassinate their backline. Like, if they have a Seraphine in the backline, or an Ashe, or anything like that. You can be sneaky. You can go to the backline. He's dead. Look, you can see him. Look, 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 look. I can see him. I can see him. I know exactly where he is. I ult him blindly, and he's dead. You see that? That's what Warwick can do. And this is the playstyle you need to have. If you're farming your jungle and suddenly an enemy is under 50% health, you need to be alert. You can, like, if you decide that it's a free kill, you will leave your jungle, you don't take it, and you go get that kill. It's always worth to get a kill over your jungle. Just keep that in mind. So right there, you saw I chased him throughout the entire map because I'm so damn fast, and I just killed him for free. No other champion can do that. Only Warwick can do something like that, where you're like insanely fast. Also, you can gank a lot. Like, if the enemy is constantly at a low amount of HP, you can gank top lane, and then you can walk to bot lane in like what, like 10 seconds, 12 seconds? Super fast. No, maybe even faster. I don't have my ultimate yet, but I actually flashed over to terrify, to fear her away. And now I'm just destroying this Gwen. There you see it. All I had to do is just get her under 50% health and I will destroy her. That's another thing you have to pay attention with Warwick. Really try to get the enemy under 50% health, or just try to go on an enemy that is at a low amount of HP in general, because you will pretty much do double the damage. It's that crazy. And if the enemy is under 35% health, it will be even more damage. So in a team fight, try to focus on enemies that are low health. Even if it's tanks, you will still shred them if they're low health, because you have a Blade of the Rune King and you will shred them. You will absolutely shred them. Your first ability also does damage based on the enemy's maximum health. So you should prioritize low percentage health over absolute health. What I mean with that, if the enemy Thresh has 50% health and the enemy Samira has 100% health, you go on the Thresh. You don't go on the Samira, because you will absolutely destroy that Thresh. You will absolutely destroy that Thresh. I mean, of course, if the Samira is hyper fed and you have an opportunity to ult her and your team can go in, of course you do that. But I'm talking in general here. You will pretty much chunk down the Thresh faster, even though the Thresh is much tankier than the Samira. I don't want to go in here, but then I realized my entire team is here. But yeah, I wanted to split push. I didn't want to fight because I didn't have my ultimate yet. And this is why I go Hunter Genius, by the way. Your ultimate cooldown is going to be so low. The ultimate cooldown is already pretty low, but with Hunter Genius, it's going to be even crazier. So here I have a choice. I can either help them or I can get turret. Of course I'm gonna help them. Boom, boom, boom. And I have my ultimate. Ooh, he flashed out of it. I'm probably gonna push top lane here. This should be a free top lane turret. My initial objective. Yeah. If you haven't already, by the way, guys, you have to watch the Wild Rift Esports video. And again, thank you so much for the nice comments. I feel like I'm talking too much about this, but it's just like such a big part of my career, because I'm literally working with Riot, making videos with an editor, like videos that I always wanted to make. Oh, here you see it. See how I destroyed that Thresh? But yeah, what I was saying is, like, if you guys haven't already, I have like 15 videos on the Wild Rift Esports YouTube channel, all me analyzing competitive gameplay. So if you want to watch it, just look up Wild Rift Esports HellsDevil. And if you want to, you know, throw a like, throw a comment under those videos. It really supports me massively. Massively. Like, massively. You know, massively. Sometimes I feel like I'm a bit weird, because I'm sitting here alone in the kitchen, talking to a camera, and doing these weird things. Now that I'm thinking about it, it is, I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? I'm sitting in front of my computer, doing this, but then when I upload it, there's tens of thousands of people watching it, and it's mind-blowing to me, and they're all so nice. That's the crazy thing. Like, if you actually look at the YouTube community, you know, the actual people that actually know me, everyone is so nice to me and to each other and everything like that. But if you look at the toxic Twitter community, the Twitch community, People are so toxic to streamers, you know, also to me, to everyone. Not sure why Twitch and Twitter people are so crazy. Reddit, don't get me started on Reddit, by the way. Oh, you see, I blocked his hook there and I ulted. I actually did that on purpose, I remember. Like, I saw that he hooked. Your ultimate makes you unstoppable, so I went on him, blocked his hook, and I destroyed the Thresh, their frontline, easy. You have to be careful of Gwen, though. Gwen is the type of champion that just destroys everyone. I have a Guardian Angel, so that's good. I also have a Flash, but Rammus is low, and boom, he's dead. I'm waiting for an enemy to get low. He's low, boom, 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 boom. You see that? I can go in, Flash. Ah, not quite. 7 seconds for ultimate, I can just kill her. No, actually, I can probably not kill her. Because she's gonna kill all of us. All of them are low. Like, Gwen can 1v3. She's gonna have her ultimate up very soon as well. But now, she's under 50% health. Soon? Is she? 50% health? There we go. Now she's dead. But she's over 50% health again. Oh my god. So I just used my second ability to get the movement speed. And... He actually... Wait, what? He hooked me out of it. I feel like there's a bug, because you're unstoppable, but sometimes it does get blocked by things. I feel like that's a bug, because you're supposed to be unstoppable. Or maybe, while you're doing the ultimate, you're not unstoppable anymore, and it can get cancelled. And if he does it exactly at the beginning part of the ultimate, it gets cancelled. I feel like that's what happened. So you're unstoppable while you're traveling, but when you've actually arrived and used your ultimate, you're not unstoppable anymore. That can be taken out of context, but I know you guys are not that dirty, come on. Ult again. I can use my second ability here to get vision on someone, by the way, if I wanted to. It will show the red thing and I can ult, but I didn't want to go in because... Sure, I have a stasis, but I didn't have Guardian Angel. Here, I decided to go for Dragon. I can take Dragon pretty fast. We already have 2 dragons. If I take the 3rd dragon, we pretty much win the game. So I saw all of them on the top side of the map. So what am I doing? I'm taking the dragon. If we take dragon, we win the game. If we win a team fight, we also win a game. So either I take the dragon, or like look, they are forced in a bad situation like this. They have to go in. I used my 3rd ability to tank everything. I did take the dragon actually, and I killed all of them as well. Boom, 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 and we win the game. You see that? Perfect call right here. This was the absolute perfect call. And Warwick's 3rd ability is heavily underrated as well in the late game. Early game, it gives you 35% damage reduction. Late game, it's 50%. 2.5 seconds, you'll have 50% damage reduction, which is insane, by the way. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I was better than 100% of Warwick players. I mean, I went 32-1-0 on Vex, and I was better than 97%. But then playing Warwick like this is better than 100%. So I guess assists matter as well and stuff like that. Yeah, look, better than 100%. Woohoo! Yay! I'm so happy. So look how much damage everyone did. I did 30,000 damage. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna make myself some pitakas. If you know what that means, you're Dutch. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next HellsDevil video. Bye bye.